As we all know, it's a huge day on Capitol Hill. Senators are voting today on Judge Brett Kavanaugh's nomination to the Supreme Court, bringing to a close one of the most contentious Supreme Court confirmation fights since the battle over Justice Clarence Thomas. For more details, we go to Neil McCabe, live, Capitol Hill, a special interview with Senator Jim Inhofe. Good morning, Neil. What have you got for us?
All right, Michael, I want to let's welcome Oklahoma Republican Senator Jim Inhofe, who's now the chairman of the Senate Armed Services Committee. Thank you very much for being with us, Senator. When you met with Kavanaugh, with Judge Brett Kavanaugh, what struck you as with those qualities? What was it about him that made you so committed to his confirmation?
Well, you know, I was already committed to him because we'd gone through this just a few years ago. I was there when he came through confirmation before. Then I followed his record. I knew what he had done, and I knew how highly he would. So I even made a comment at that time to his staff. He doesn't need to waste his time coming by to see me because I know him already. Now, what struck me was all the human things that he did. This all happened since, to me anyway, of my knowledge, since a few years ago when he went on the circuit. So the things that he did by taking care of widows, kids, and things like that they didn't have to do. So he has that real human element to him. Now, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not on the Judiciary Committee, so so I look at it like most of your viewers probably are looking at it. He's just a wonderful human being. There's no reason in the world for him to be challenged, and it didn't make any difference who it was. The Democrats had made the statement, it doesn't matter who Trump comes up with, whoever he nominates, we will oppose with all of our being.
And second question, Senator, is talk to me about what it's like inside sort of your conference when you have a president like Donald Trump who is not going to back down the way, say, other Republican leaders might back down. What does Trump do for the sort of the spine that some of your fellow Republican senators need now and again?
You're being very cautious the way you're saying that. Let me just say.
Be less cautious.
Well, I will. I became when I was watching what Trump was doing, I know that he offends a lot of people, and I cringe a little bit when I hear a Trump, coming on. But he has to do what he does to get around the media, and it works. The people who listen to his tweets, they're 10-1 over who reads the Washington Post or the New York Times, and so he has to do that. Now, here's a guy who's like me. I have a background in the private sector. I know some of the things that he knows, and I love to have him stand up and not back down from anything. He doesn't know how to back down, and we haven't had that in the White House in a long time. So I love the guy. Right now, I mean, you can be critical of him. We have the best economy we've had in my memory. It's certainly the best in the last 40, 50 years. We have right now the rebuilding of the military that was torn down during the Obama years. I chair that committee. I'm aware of that. We have it's not just the judges or the justices of the Supreme Court. Right now, he has caused us to confirm 26 appellate judges. That's more judges than in this time frame since 1891. So he's doing things that are just remarkable, and people still, the press still hates him.
All right. Thank you very much, Senator. I really appreciate you stopping by.
You bet.
Well, Mike, that was Senator Jim Inhofe from Oklahoma, who's now the new chairman of the Senate Armed Services Committee, and, of course, a very strong supporter of the president and Judge Kavanaugh.